Jesus as the first and the last, a direct parallel to Isaiah 44:24. Isaiah 44:24 declares that Jehovah alone is the Creator. But did you know that Jesus used the same divine titles that Jehovah used in the Old Testament? The phrase first and the last appears in Isaiah. Yet Jesus applies it to himself in Revelation. Is this a contradiction, or is it undeniable proof that Jesus is Jehovah? Stay with me as we uncover the truth. Section 1. Isaiah 44:24. Jehovah alone is the Creator. Let's first examine Isaiah 44:24 and the exclusive claim made by Jehovah. Isaiah 44:24, KJV. Thus saith the Lord thy Redeemer, and he that formed thee from the womb. I am the Lord that maketh all things, that stretcheth forth the heavens alone, that spreadeth abroad the earth by myself. Isaiah 44:6, KJV. Thus saith the Lord, the King of Israel, and his Redeemer, the Lord of hosts. I am the first, and I am the last, and beside me there is no God. Key takeaways. 1. Jehovah alone created all things. No one helped him. 2. Jehovah calls himself the first and the last, signifying his eternal existence. 3. If anyone else claims this title, they must be Jehovah, or they are committing blasphemy. Big question. If Jehovah alone is the first and the last, why does Jesus use this title in the New Testament? Section 2. Jesus calls himself the first and the last. Now let's examine how Jesus describes himself in the book of Revelation. Revelation 1:17-18, KJV. Fear not, I am the first and the last. I am he that liveth and was dead, and behold, I am alive for evermore. Amen, and have the keys of hell and of death. Revelation 22:12-13, KJV. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Key takeaways. 1. Jesus applies the title first and the last to himself, the same title used by Jehovah in Isaiah 44:6. 2. In Revelation 1:18, Jesus adds that he was dead and is alive forevermore, clearly identifying himself as the risen Christ. 3. In Revelation 22:12-13, Jesus declares that he is Alpha and Omega, another title used for Jehovah in the Old Testament. The problem for those who deny Jesus' deity. If Jesus is not Jehovah, why does he use a title that belongs exclusively to God? Section 3. Connecting Jesus to Isaiah 44:24. Let's now compare Jesus' claim with Isaiah 44:24. Isaiah 44:24. Jehovah alone created all things by himself. Jehovah calls himself the first and the last. Revelation 1:17-18 and 22:13. Jesus calls himself the first and the last. Jesus claims divine authority over life and death. Key parallel. If Jesus is the first and the last, then he is the Jehovah of Isaiah 44:24. The only logical conclusion. The New Testament is not contradicting the Old Testament. It is revealing that Jesus is the same God who spoke in Isaiah. Section 4. Did the apostles believe Jesus was Jehovah? Let's see if the apostles recognized Jesus as Jehovah by their writings. John chapter 1:3, KJV. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. Colossians chapter 1:16-17, KJV. For by him, Jesus, were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible. All things were created by him and for him, and he is before all things, and by him all things consist. Key takeaways. 1 John 1:1-3 declares that Jesus, the Word, is God and created all things. 2 Colossians 1:16-17 directly states that Jesus created all things, aligning with Isaiah 44:24. 3. The apostles did not see Jesus as a separate being from Jehovah, but as the very same God. The final connection. The apostles recognized Jesus as the first and the last, the Creator, and Jehovah himself. Section 5. Answering common objections. Objection number 1. Jesus was just given authority, but he's not God. Answer. Isaiah 44:24 says Jehovah alone created all things, no one else. If Jesus created, he must be Jehovah. Objection number 2. Jesus used the title metaphorically. Answer. Jehovah used first and the last in Isaiah as an absolute divine title. Jesus using it for himself is a direct claim to deity. Objection number 3. The Trinity is a later invention. Answer. John chapter 1:3, Colossians 1:16, and Hebrews chapter 1:10 all declare Jesus as the Creator, perfectly aligning with Isaiah 44:24. Final challenge and call to action. Now it's your turn. If Jehovah is the first and the last, Isaiah 44:6, why does Jesus use the same title in Revelation 1:17? If Jesus is not God, how can he claim to have created everything in Colossians 1:16? How do skeptics reconcile Isaiah 44:24 with Jesus' words in Revelation? Let's discuss in the comments. Like, share, and comment below. Subscribe for more truth that exposes deception.